Hi everyone. In this session we will discuss about revisiting vector and matrix algebra. So here basically what we are trying to tell is if we want to perform any operation in machine learning, so basically we need to have some mathematical knowledge. That's what the author is telling. So mathematics is considered as the heart of any machine learning algorithms. If you want to create a basic application in TensorFlow, we need to have or we need to understand or we need to know the mathematical concepts. So here what the author is trying to tell is, so here he is trying to explain how important the mathematical concepts are. So first we will start with vector. What is a vector? A vector is nothing but it's an array of numbers which is either continuous or discrete, is defined as a vector. So machine learning algorithms deals with fixed length vectors for better output generation. So here simply if you want to define what's a vector is nothing but a vector consists of both magnitude and direction. See here vector representation. If you see the vector representation there, it is very clear that a vector is nothing but a vector consists of both magnitude and direction. Magnitude is nothing but we can also call it as length and direction. See, if you see the example, if you see the arrow, the length of that arrow and the direction is shown. It is going towards that direction. So if a vector representation consists of both magnitude and direction. Okay. So the machine learning algorithms deals with multi-dimensional data. That's why multi-dimensional data means, see here, the vector is having both magnitude and direction. So that's the reason why the vector plays a crucial role. Okay. So what is a vector? A vector is nothing but a vector consists of both magnitude and direction. Okay. So the machine learning algorithms deals with fixed length vectors for better output generation. Okay. And next we will see the pictorial representation of VSM, that is nothing but vector space model. So this is the pictorial representation of vector space model. Okay. Next we will move to the scalar. What is a scalar? So a scalar is defined as a one-dimensional vector. Means here it consists of only magnitude, no direction here. So in the previous case, in vector, a vector consists of both magnitude and direction. Whereas a scalar is defined as it's a one-dimensional vector. Means it has only magnitude, there is no direction. Okay. So with scalars we are concerned with only magnitude. The example for scalar is height of a person or weight of a person or height parameter and weight parameter. These are the best examples for scalar. Okay, hope you have identified the difference between vector and scalar. What is a vector? A vector consists of both magnitude and direction, whereas a scalar consists of only magnitude, no direction. Okay, that's why it was defined as a one-dimensional vector. A scalar is defined as a one-dimensional vector. Okay, right. Next we will move to matrix. So we already know that what's a matrix? A matrix is defined as a multi-dimensional array which are arranged in rows and columns. Okay, a matrix is represented in rows and columns. Okay, the size of matrix is defined by row length and column length. Yes or no? That we know. M rows and n columns. M by n. The size of the matrix is m by n, means m rows and n columns. Okay. So the sample example of a matrix is shown here. Okay. So next we have some mathematical computations. Okay, some mathematical computations like addition of matrices, subtraction of matrices, multiplication of matrices, transpose of matrix, dot product of vector. So now we will see them each. Addition of matrices, you know. So we have given the example. So here the example which we have taken now, there we have taken 2 by 2 matrix. So A, B is given A plus B. So you know how to add two matrices. Next, subtraction of matrices. You know how to subtract one matrix from the other, A minus B. Next, multiplication of matrices. You know how to multiply, right? A is 1, 2, 2, 1, B is 3, 4, 4, 3. A into B is nothing but we will multiply. So you know how to perform the multiplication matrices, right? Next, transpose of matrix. So A is given as 2, 4, 2, 1. A transpose is nothing but this 2, 2 will become the first row will become the first column. Okay, row is represented in columns. It will be transpose. That is nothing but transpose of matrix, right? That you know how to transpose a matrix. Coming to the last one, dot product of vectors. Dot product of vector. So the dot product of two vectors is nothing but sum of product of corresponding components. That is nothing but, so V1, V2, let us suppose V1, V2 are two different vectors, and if you are supposed to perform dot product between those two vectors, V1, V2 is nothing but V1 transpose into V2 or V2 transpose into V1. Example, if you see, let us suppose V1 is represented with 1, 2, 3. V2 is 3, 4, minus 2. Suppose if you want to perform the dot product between vectors V1 and V2, V1 dot V2 equal to V1 transpose into V2. That is, so if you perform transpose, no. So now it is 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, minus 2. The result is 5. This is what a dot product of vector is all about. Okay. Last but not least, we will discuss about what is a tensor flow. Actually, we will discuss what is a tensor flow. So, what's a tensor flow? A tensor flow is a Python friendly. It's a Python friendly open source library for performing different numerical computations that exist in machine learning. And this tensor flow is useful for making the machine learning faster and easier. Actually, who created this TensorFlow is created by Google Brain team, and this TensorFlow is very much useful for computing large scale machine learning algorithms. It is very much used in deep learning also. Okay, so this TensorFlow uses Python to provide front end API for building applications. Okay, and by using this TensorFlow, we can execute the applications with high performance or good performance also. Okay, this is all about TensorFlow. So with this, our first topic is over. Okay, thank you.